Where he at? Somebody tell me where Fury's doctor's at. Who tested this nigga? Whoa. Where his doctor at? Because I need him to administer me a COVID test. The countdown. WCS back on deck. Fuck the countdown. Because they say it's going to be a trilogy in October. I can't sit up here and tell my fans I'm hyped up about it like it's actually going to go down. Salute to the WCS supporters once again. I know it haven't been on a regular consistency. Hey, I just haven't been able to do it. I'm still COVID positive, unfortunately. And I haven't been back to 100%. I'm just keeping it 100 with you. But what I have wanted to do was locate Fury's doctor. I want to locate the strand of COVID that Tyson Fury had that only had him down for what, 8 or 9 days? This dude cleared. He was just tested positive out the fight. And all of a sudden he's back. He's cleared. He's cleared hot and ready to land in October for a trilogy. Now, for Team Wilder, they have to be very, very, extremely frustrated because they know this nigga cheated. Again, this time he cheated the system. This time Tyson Fury he cheated the system, bro. Once again, Tyson Fury cheated the system. He saw what was going on with Team Wilder. He saw the practices. He saw the improvement. He saw the conditioning. He's saying, damn, that motherfucker looking like a Mandingo about to come in this motherfucker off with my head. That's what Tyson Fury's seeing. That type of energy radiating through videos. You say, oh, shit. I've been taking him for granted. So I got to find another way to cheat this system. And that's exactly what Fury did. You know, I was like saying to myself, I totally agree with Fury coming up with another avenue on how to cheat leading up to this trilogy. And sure enough, he had to goddamn blame it on COVID. COVID is like anyone truly knows. Like they exist, but COVID, no one truly knows who COVID is. So they can put the blame on him and no one's really taking offense to it. Because it's so inconsistent. Some people have symptoms, some people don't. And see, when you have that, Tyson Fury can just say, well, you know what? This would be the opportune time for me to goddamn get the fuck out of this fight and prolong it so we can come up with something else. We need to come up with something that, you know, they was on the phone with Antonio Margarita and say, how did y'all apply that plaster again? We're going to try to come up with it where it's undetectable, you know, even with the glove, even with the hands being wrapped in front of it, it's undetectable. We want it somehow to saturate the wraps. And once the glove is put on, the temperature inside the glove, once the fight began, from the body heat and everything else and the water, we want it to be able to be transparent but yet hardened like the same substance, like brick, like the plaster of Paris. You think that can happen there, Margarito? How many months were you suspended? Okay, shit. I think that's the only thing we can go. You know, we really can't wear steel-toe boots in the motherfucking ring. You know what I'm saying? So, I asked the surgeon, can he put some damn razor blades in my elbow? I'm trying to see, can I lace my laces on my glove with some fentanyl so we can make Wilder feel the same way he did in the rematch. So now it look bad on him. Fury's trying to come up with any story he possibly can to cheat. But what I want to know, Scotty, you found that doctor yet? We're looking for Tyson Fury's doctor. Because I just had a test yesterday, and I'm still positive. Now, granted, I have my skepticism. You know, I was going to attempt to go try to cover the Buckhead fights tonight and tomorrow. So I said, I just want to be clear because a lot of people know has been reaching out to me and they say, hey, you know, I hope you get well and everything. I hope everything's cool. And I was like, I wanted to be clear that, you know how people can get funny. You know, they know you got COVID and you walk into that and you done shot many of fights. You done shot their fights and they whisper over to their people, man, what are you doing here? He got COVID, dog. He can't be back there with the fighters. So they go from looking out for you, you know what I'm saying, for looking out for you. You know what I'm saying? If you know what I mean. They go for looking out and saying, hey, man, I hope you get well, man. Prayers, to looking out for you. Oh, shit. He did show up. Hey, man, so-and-so over there, WCS over there, man, don't he still got COVID? So I wanted to have a test in case somebody asked at the Buckhead Fight Club, you know, in case somebody went up there and dry snitched on me, you know, I wanted to be positive. Positively in a way of my spirit back in the game of boxing. I wanted to be positive. Right now, I'm not positive because I'm not 100%. And then, you know, I'm like, do I truly have COVID going on the third week? Sometimes it feels that way. But anyway, back to Fury. Anybody. I give you 2-3 bills. You know what I'm saying? Somebody send his doctor over here. I want somebody please provide me the documentation. I want to see the actual video footage of him taking the COVID test, and somehow somebody got it on video on when he took the COVID test. No moving around, no cutting the clip, no cutting away, return, you know, no cut return, all that shit. Strictly on Tyson Fury while he taking this test. And then the shit come back negative. Because that's some bullshit all the way through and through. It's some whole shit by Fury once again. And you know, I just can't. I was so hyped up, right, for the trilogy to be July, you know, coming up on July 24th, that in the process of catching COVID and having that decompression happen, it felt like a heart attack. So many motherfuckers lost their money. They was trying to get out of reservations, all because of a coward, a disgrace to the sport of boxing, continue to cheat the system. He continued to cheat the motherfucking system. Boxing, you can't do shit about this. It has to be enough people out here to do something about motherfuckers just playing the game. They just playing boxing, man. They playing for a straight up fool. Easy work. Easy work. We having too many people. You remember back in 2020 when you had fighters fighting with no audience, and then you like, why so-and-so ain't on? They supposed to be on TV. Oh, his opponent got COVID, so the fight's off. Oh, so-and-so caught COVID. Somebody on his team caught COVID, so the fight's off. That shit was going on, right? But now you have one of the biggest fights in American boxing. Fury jumps out of his responsibilities and obligations and then turn back around taking pictures, out at car lots, just fucking off in public, socializing, not even giving a damn. This was during the time that the window said he had COVID. And he's out there just chilling. Now, can you understand how that may look when it comes to a scoundrel like Fury? How bad that motherfucking looks when you out here fucking around with people, and we have the Delta strand that's on deck. I might have got a little bit of the first strand, the first generation, and the second generation. I don't know. But I do understand that energy-wise, where did he go to quarantine? He went to the car dealership. Did they hand sanitizer work differently than everybody else? You put something in your hand and then you wipe it all over your face, and it's supposed to cleanse any type of COVID that's emitting. And no one you can wear. You don't have to wear a mask, and you can just walk around, and the damn hand sanitizer is gonna, pretty much prevent COVID from being spreaded. Some bullshit, y'all. What the fuck is up with boxing, man? Somebody need to find the key to stop the bullshit and the madness in boxing, how people just taking advantage of the game. This nigga had COVID. He cost people millions of dollars, and I don't see the uproar, dog. I don't see people up in arms, angry, agitated about this shit. I don't hear old media screaming, goddammit. Where's all the cowards and the hoe ass niggas that was up here making all these videos about Deontay Wilder, and he's goddamn block squad now, and he's holding up a freaking undisputed. I don't hear none of these hoes talking about this nigga Fury. And you know what? It's not disappointing to me because, and though I don't want to mention people's names, right? I always think back to say, if it's a little bit of bitch in them, they'll show it to you. If it's just a little bit of bitch, just a little bit of bitch. I know you got some bitch. I know you got some bitch in you. I know you got some bitch in you. And them motherfuckers are showing their bitch assness, like Diddy said back in the day on this Tyson Fury shit. Because I don't like clickbait. I try not to put no clickbait titles up there. People say sometimes, man, you got to shorten your shit up, get to the point. I say, yeah, it worked for some people, but not WCS. You know what I'm saying? I could put a short freaking title up there or whatever. But what I want to do is put some shit up there. Tyson dies in the ring. Tyson died in practice and he had to be resuscitated. Put some clickbait up there like that. But I don't do it for views. But I'm just saying, where are all the whole ass niggas that was up here making all the videos about Deontay? And then you turn around Fury and you let that motherfucker just ice skate like it's the Olympic trials and shit. You're not holding him accountable. You're not on this motherfucker's neck. You don't have him in a headlock, making it hard for him to breathe in this bitch. You just let him walk around, chilling, doing what the fuck he want to do, faking like he got COVID, not holding him responsible. You're not even looking this. You're not even holding him responsible with your words. Some of y'all are, but I'm just saying the ones that call themselves Wilder haters because they pretty much are Fury lovers. So you have the Fury lovers and the individuals that totally despise a Wilder, never met him, just basically can go off what they seen in his career. There's some people that never met him, never had the opportunity to interview him. None of that shit. King Mitch in the building. What's good? What's up, fellas? King T.O. What up? WCS, who's ready to see Castano greatness? And I heard it's supposed to be just that, man. I'm looking for a good fight. Just like I look for a good fight between Arias and Hurd. You know what I'm saying? WCS sources say Fury not a coward. He just recovered from COVID. He got Coward 19. You know what I'm saying? All the names. I think Keon said Kobich 19. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of freaking aliases going out there, different goddamn strands, verbal strands going on about that. Yeah, he is a coward. He's been a coward before he claimed COVID-19. Fury got the Trump cocktail. Sure he did. They gave Fury that special, cocktail that they've been having in the laboratory. Once again, most of the rats survive. They're not the same like they were before. They just, they don't run on the wheel as much as they did before. Before they was doing maybe 500 rotations. When they gave him that shot, it knocked it down to about 17 or 18. So we don't know what the fuck Fury got. Just ask the rats. We need to find the rats that they was goddamn testing this shit on. Remember when Cotto and Margarito had their face-to-face press conference with Max Kellerman and Cotto showed them the plaster on his iPad? Yeah, real talk. He was cheating, man. But I want to ask y'all this. Where the fuck is Tyson Fury? He sent Team Wilder a test. From my understanding, he sent Team Wilder a test. But I'm saying, I need to know where his doctor is. I need to find out a way so I can get cleared. My body needs to return back to normal, above normal. Fury going out here never once had a down period. I'm looking for downtime, goddammit. I'm looking for you not feeling well. I'm looking for you, people seeing you, in the bed, stressed out, not looking well like a lot of COVID patients. Not with Fury. Fury's out here chilling, taking pictures. The people who taking pictures with him don't even have a care in the world. It's full of shit, dog. Boxing doesn't have no accountability, dog. None. You keep on letting the same motherfucker get away with shit. And we can't say, okay, well, any other time, if it was Wilder, they'd be like, he's setting a bad example. He's setting a bad example. You don't want to be a role model? Do you ever think about being a role model? Huh, Wilder? But see, with Fury, they know he a scumbag. Right? They know Fury is scumbag. So they continue to build this scumbag up right in front of our faces. Continue to award him with an ESPY for Fight of the Year for 2021. How in the fuck can you get anything? You fought once. You fought once in the fucking annual calendar, and you fought the dude in the heavyweight division that was the longest reigning champion at this time. And you sit up there and listen to the criticism, and you even call him a bum, a dosser, a bloke, all this shit amongst everybody else, right? You called them all that. But you go up there and you accept the award. Blatant racism. The tip of the arrow can't get any more color to it. They got that bright yellow, that bright red and yellow poison on the tip of it. This shit is pathetic. He's accepting the award from cheating a fighter who was doing the right way. And these whole ass niggas ain't saying shit. They just up here, just smooth over there. Oh, Tyson Fury, he won an ESPY. He's so deserving. He's so deserving. He did everything right. He gave Wilder ass beating. He didn't cheat. Regardless of all the evidence that's out here collectively, he didn't cheat, y'all. Those are just Tyson Fury haters and Deontay Wilder fanboys. Whole nigga alert. Whole nigga alert. When are y'all gonna goddamn make some videos and have some type of accountability? I know boxing don't have it, no morals and principles, but come on, man, we gotta have some type of ethics when talking about this shit on here on social media. Because if y'all gonna sit here and dog out old media all the time, then you gotta take a look at yourselves and see what you're not covering too. That's all I'm saying. Don't think y'all clear and out of danger. Don't think y'all perfect. Because some of y'all just jump in the current And if it's going downstream, it's going downstream. And then if it's going upstream, you'll go up there and try to see how that's possible too. You'll just jump on board and see what's going on, and you'll talk about it. This shit has turned this, it's been despicable for a while, but you combine the social media presence and how certain people, they pretend like they support one boxer, but yet they throw shade. So you have to find a metric on how to make it work to the point where you actually still throwing subliminals, but it's not the subliminals where somebody can easily pick it out and say, so-and-so talking shit. I know 3 to 4 people that do that shit all the time. They'll talk subliminally in their titles, and they'll talk about shit just enough to get the ones that they're targeting. They won't say nothing bad about the fighter, but yet if you listen to them carefully, they throw subliminals out there as if they're trying to teach a class full of idiots. Listen to what I'm saying. They make it seem like, okay, let me practice this shit. Because educators have to practice teaching the curriculum. So they say, let me practice this shit. And they'll get up there and they'll talk subliminally about a person that they're really trying to pull the viewers in for, because they truly don't like Wilder or whoever. So they'll talk subliminally as if they're trying to ask questions. See, you can relieve yourself of accountability if you ask questions. If you don't directly say something in the narrative, say, Wilder suck. But if you say, what do we say about the fans who say that Wilder isn't that good of a boxer? That's what they're thinking. You know how you hear that shit? A drunken man's words, a sober man. A drunken man's words, a sober man's thoughts. You ever heard of that? A drunken man's words is a sober man's thoughts. People sit up here on this YouTube. Now they're forming questions instead of speaking directly and catching heat. They're trying to bring both sides of the viewership. So they will ask questions while they're addressing a narrative. They'll make it seem like, so as fans, what do we do? Like, if Tyson Fury caught COVID, what are we to do? What can we do about that? What if Tyson Fury really didn't have COVID? Let's just say, I'm just asking a question. What if he didn't have? That's how they form it. What if Tyson Fury really didn't have COVID, y'all? How can we prove it? And being that he's one of these elite fighters, is it possible for Tyson Fury to catch COVID in a short window and it leaves his body and he's ready to get back in training and be around his team? Not to mention, did anyone else know everyone that's in Tyson Fury's camp that had COVID? Did we get a list? Do we truly know the numbers? That's what we listen to. That's what the whole ass shit. And and some people I really listen to, they have addressed it. But when I listen to certain people talk about this subject, and when I seen that Tyson Fury had received an award, and I was like, boxing is just slapping motherfuckers right to their face. They backhand. It's not the palm. It's the backhand. They want to treat their audience like bitches. We're going to keep on pimp slapping your ass because you can't do shit about it. Go walk the street. Go walk the motherfucking street. If we say Tyson Fury has COVID, he has COVID. If it gets up to the end of September, and all of a sudden he comes down with a Delta strand 2.350-8, then guess what? That fight would be goddamn canceled too. And then people be jumping up here. You know what? Tyson's really had it bad in these last weeks. Seriously, Tyson Fury is really, I mean, the strength that it takes to go to 2 sessions of COVID. Why are Deontay Wilder fanboys complaining? Because the Tyson Fury lovers, they embracing him every step of the way. They love. They want to take a picture with him. They say nothing but good things about the scoundrel. What Dustin Poirier say about Conor McGregor? He's a dirtbag. That's an old, antiquated term, but it still means, it still hits. You know what I'm saying? Still stings. A dirtbag. Somebody said, man, you're a dirtbag. And then you can put fuck to it. You're a fucking dirtbag. You're a dirtbag, dog. Not just in the ring, in real life. You're a dirtbag. Andrew Charles in the building. What's good? That's when I knew Margaret Cheeto cheated by the look on his face. He know he cheated. And you know what? I tell people all the time. I think Miguel Cotto is going to suffer. You know, a couple of years from now, he's gonna suffer from dementia or something from that fight. Because Miguel Cotto, as tough as he is, he was in some wars. And to sit up there and take a beating from Margarito, you know, it is what it is, man. He's gonna suffer from that. Tyson Sweet Selden, the prowl for young lad ass. Fury's sweet self on the prowl for young lad ass. Man, let's not get on that. Fury soliciting positive COVID test like a nigga on probation trying to find a clean piss. Yeah, man. You know, it wasn't, he didn't have to solicit shit. Tyson Fury didn't have to solicit. He got them clowns around him to make that shit happen. They already had this shit in place, just like the night he went in there and cheated with Wilder. They had all that shit in place. They had everything. It's always going to be something that's not obvious. See, Margarito fucked up. He got caught. The substance was obvious, clearly he has a damn substance on his wraps. But this day and time, these fighters, they have to ensure that it's something that's transparent to the naked eye. It's so many cameras around. You got to make sure that shit is transparent and cannot be seen. So what do you do? He concealed the objects in his glove. He makes sure he removed the padding, reduced the padding in the gloves, Panama Lewis style. And then he makes sure you have to have somebody else in the correct position to put some into his body. Some type of liquid or substance, some type of deterrent, some type of sleep aid, pain aid, something to slow somebody's body down, to basically hinder their mechanics, prevent them from going 100%. It always has to be something oral. Water has been poisoning fighters from the test of time. Deontay Wilder wasn't the first one to get poisoned. There's plenty of fighters that's been poisoned. I truly believe Alexander Povetkin was the same way when he was walking to the ring. Or he must have had a damn good bartender back there while he was warming up for Dillian White. This dude can barely stand the fuck up. So with the transparency, you know, you fuck around and have him drink something orally, some Benadryl and some shit like that. Long as it allows the liquid to remain clear. The liquid has to be clear. You take that, you know, Mark Breland up there giving them water and shit. And then it looks like Tyson Fury is having the night of his life, y'all. Am I right or wrong? You slow down. You slow down the beast. You incapacitate them from the inside out. Because them organs and that bloodstream is a motherfucker. So if you're able to incapacitate them and slow their mechanics down, then their opponent shines forever. I mean, they look like they're the best fighter. Everything they're doing is scoring with the crowd and the judges. Not only that, the impact of a fighter that's not a knockout artist. Tyson Fury is just going up here getting knockdowns. And people truly believe it was real life. But this nigga up here talking about, well, you know, after I won the title, you know, and yes, you know, it's going to come a day that I admit to the people that I cheated, but not now. I just had such a depression. I was down. Yeah, you was down because the guilt was so heavy. The shit was sitting in your motherfucking throat like vomit, Fury. That's why you was feeling like that. The guilt had you with the bubble guts. The guilt just filled up your lungs like mucus. The guilt sat on your damn brain housing group like one of those sharp, throbbing headaches. It wasn't depression. It was the fact that you know what you did and the people truly aren't giving you credit for it. Like, take away this YouTube shit. Who's really giving you credit? Who's really up here boosting up Tyson Fury? Who's really getting in contact with your team members, Sugar Hill and all them people? Who's really has memorable videos out there outside of YouTube? Not really anybody. Who's going to sit up here and bring up a video of Sugar Hill being questioned about his devious ways and being a co-op to the cheating scandal? Who's going to do that? No, all that is out here on YouTube. It's not out there in the old media. It's on YouTube. And it's damning. Most other people want to talk about, oh, why question somebody? Why put them in a position like that? Well, they had every right and have every moment doing that just to stand up and say, you know what, it's over. I'm done. I'm done talking. I'm not talking no more. But he sat there because if he would have walked away, people would have had questions too. And then, of course, Sugar Hill saying the gloves are in his house. You know, I only had to talk to him one time to pretty much understand that he, you know, Sugar Hill's a slime ball too. You know, you take a dirt bag and a slime ball, put them together, and they might have the best of friendship. Real talk. Sugar Hill is one of those cats where I knew he wasn't right when they asked him about the cameras being covered and disconnected. He said, I didn't see any of that going on. I was watching TV. He never answered a straight question, y'all. Everybody was making fun of Spence for acting like he was going to kiss Yella Beezy, but Fury really out here kissing men on the lips constantly. Absolutely. Because that's what they do to black men. Demasculinity at its best, y'all. Demasculinity at its best. And you know, the fucked up part about it is that blacks, the first thing they do with one another, some of them, is the same thing. It's never been a time where I told another man to suck my dick in a conversation where I was just mad. I never did it because I wouldn't want that in real life. I never said it. But when it comes down to Fury giving, you know, Sefa Safari, was it? It was either Tom Schwartz or Sefa Safari. I think it was Tom Schwartz because that was really his Tinder profile right there. He was like real enamored with Tom Schwartz. I mean, Tom Schwartz made Tyson Fury melt. You know, I think it was Tyson Fury and Tom Schwartz who really leaned over after a fight and they sweaty and their pulses up. You know what I'm saying? They're sweating, dirty, smelling a certain way like funk. And he just bends over and Sefa Safari raises his chin up to meet, to engage, to let Tyson Fury know that I have connected with you on this night. And they connect, they kiss. You can't say it's culture, but you can say it has a lot to do with homosexuality. It has a lot to do with same-sex attraction. Because the amount of rounds, it don't matter how many rounds they went, they're still sweaty and they're both men. And for Tom, if it was Tom Schwartz to raise his chin up to the taller Fury, and Fury looks down in the eyes of this guy, and while his family is ringside, he gives that man a nice wet kiss. It might have been some tongue in there too. You know what I'm saying? When Malik up here talking about he don't listen to human beings, I get it, because how the fuck is these? How are we avoiding the humanistic nature of lying? Like, unfortunately, we were brought into this world where, for one, we can have selective amnesia and we can process very quickly on whether to tell the truth or a lie. God blessed us with that. But what he didn't bless us with was being able to read people's mind across the board. It didn't matter who you are. If somebody's in front of you, you're able to read what their genuine thought is, what their raw thought analysis is. We wasn't blessed with that, but we were blessed with the ability to lie on the spot. We can fucking lie. And if you do it enough, you can become good at it and do it with a straight face without blinking, and even put a smile or a smirk to it or whatever, and make people believe. And people die every day because of it. Fury is a booty bandit. Fury is from the fudge packing district. Lad on lad activity. Big dog in the building. Salute WCS. Salute to you, my brother. Andrew Charles, what's good? You know, hey, it is what it is, man. It's not sad. It's reprehensible. That's what it is. It's reprehensible. Period. But I'm you know, they're gonna say WCS is just a Deontay Wilder fan. You know, he that's all he wanna, you know, talk about. Let's talk about this Spence though. A lot of people giving Pacquiao a lot of credit. You know, Pacquiao, one thing I can say about Manny Pacquiao, right, is that I want to ask this question first and foremost. Was he drug tested for this fight? Have we heard anything about drug testing? Seriously, I'm being honest. Have we heard anything about drug testing yet? Because he looks very good in you know, training always, but it's always been that little, you know, speculation on if Pacquiao's truly clean each fight. To be that old and to continue to go out here and perform. And then a lot of people say, oh, he's a freak of nature. He has 7 losses. All right. Last time I checked, he has 7 losses and Spence has 0. He has 7 losses and Keith Thurman has 0. So therefore, him performing at the highest level, it's only so much he can go off experience at this point in time when you factor in his age. Father Time waits for nobody. From what they seeing in training, it's people that's out there doubting that Spence can win this fight. It's some people that's rocking hard with Spence, and it's certain individuals that's rocking hard with Manny Pacquiao. I mean, that's just because boxing has an audience. Like, we really can't say if boxing has a fan base or not, because if the fighter that you're supporting this fight, they don't look well, they don't perform well, then guess what? They'll jump off and go somewhere else. They'll be on here the next day dogging the fighter out. I ain't never seen so much drama while reporting on fighting from this YouTube shit. It's just drama all the time, man. So, you know, the boxers have that to worry about. If it's on IG, if it's on Twitter, or if it's on this YouTube. Relationships have been so-called formed via YouTube, and they've been severed. You know what I'm saying? They've been reborn and then killed again. Because really, to be honest, the YouTube shit, when it comes to boxing, is unhealthy. Because you have free reign to say what you want pretty much to an extent. It's according to who's listening, whether YouTube will start, dangling around with your algorithm and playing around. They have their ways on doing certain things. Just like when I put the title up there, I was covering a live fight and all these bots was in my shit. They just heard three seconds of audio because I muted the wrong mic. I didn't mute StreamYard, but I muted my mic, which you can still hear, right? And they gave me a copyright strike. That wasn't anybody else except YouTube. But anyway, back to Manny Pacquiao and Errol Spence. They believe that Manny Pacquiao has the goods to go here and defeat Errol Spence. What do y'all think about that? Y'all let me know. Is it just human nature that you have to lean heavy on the so-called underdog to basically gain attention and bring attention to the one, that's really favored to win, to bring that dramatic, climactic clash in the middle? We have to somewhat doubt Spence, build up Pacquiao. You know what I'm saying? Because Spence, the young lion in the den, he should have no problem going in there giving Manny Pacquiao a boxing lesson. And to be honest with you, I believe Errol Spence can stop Manny Pacquiao. If Manny Pacquiao try to box Errol Spence, it's gonna be up to Errol Spence to make sure that he don't allow him to have his way and keep his distance and land his combination sets. Because Manny Pacquiao put his hands together. He knows what the fuck is going on. And he has tremendous, incredible footwork. So if he comes out there boxing Errol Spence and try to, do that shit for the first 5 or 6, rounds and put away some rounds and have Errol Spence, forcibly trying to close distance and hurt Pacquiao, trying to earn those rounds back, it'll be a different type of fight. If Manny Pacquiao is not looking tired or any type of showing any type of exhaustion in 8 or 9, and that shit is close, well, we're gonna have to see Errol Spence do what he did to Kell Brook. Continue to press the motherfucking punching bags, put them paws on Manny Pacquiao's body, break him down, and get the stoppage. It's not impossible. It can happen. Real talk. Errol Spence can stop Manny Pacquiao. It's just how he does it. He cannot want to stop Manny Pacquiao and, in a process of starting to punish him to the body later on in the fight. It has to begin from round 1. Errol Spence has to start working on degrading Manny Pacquiao's mechanics and his health from round 1. You can't sit up here and just box him and try to see if you can knock him out early. And then, Manny Pacquiao is showing that good speed he has, that mobility, showing all them years of experience. And you get somebody ringside. Floyd might come up ringside. Hey, I'm just letting you know, Spence, on the unofficial scorecards, they got you behind. On the unofficial scorecard, Spence, they got you behind. People like, what? Who keep letting Floyd walk up here ringside? But he is right. I'm serious, dog. I'm just saying, man. It's a lot of people not giving Spence 100% credit for going in here. You know what I'm saying? He was sobriety tested, not drug tested. Come back, yeah, man. Manny Pacquiao, all he have to do is sit up here and say, well, Errol Spence is a better fighter than Floyd Mayweather. He has that smile on his face, and that's all he has to say, because it's a lot of motherfuckers that hate Floyd Mayweather out there. So guess what? All you have to do is say something to bring Mayweather's high with all that jewelry on, all that glitter, that drip. It takes Manny Pacquiao to go ahead and try to throw a shot at him, because Floyd Mayweather is the one that's still coming in here fighting an exhibition bout and making $100 million, or however much he made. Spence about to whoop Pac-Man. Pac-Man's speed will present problems early. I believe so too, man. You know, it's just all about factoring in these measurements. You know, you have Blu-ray that has him on a training regime. And, you know, from what I hear, I never talked to Blu-ray myself, but from what I've read and what I've heard in the interviews, that dude has an extreme training regime. You know, his depth of knowledge when it comes to training these fighters, you know, is incredible. So Spence is definitely going to be in shape. Now, is he going to be in the ring and he trained properly for this fight? What I mean by that, he didn't overtrain and he's going to feel fresh, because the abdominals, the abs don't matter come weigh-in. You know what I'm saying? The abs don't truly matter like that. We know Spence came in there shredded last fight against Danny Garcia. We know Manny Pacquiao, you know, he can come in there looking like Mikey Garcia. They just don't have those bodies where they come in there super shredded, but they perform when the bell ring, right? So internally, is Spence conditioning going to be the type where he can just goddamn put coals on that bitch and keep on churning from round one all the way into the fight end? Just keep on delivering that heat to Manny Pacquiao, burning him down. Every time he land them body shots, them motherfuckers burning, stinging. Manny like, oh shit. Oh, this last fight for me? Freddie, this punch hurt more than usual. You know, like Thurman, you know, I didn't feel so much, but I don't know, that Blu-ray guy, did we check his gloves? Did we check Errol's gloves? I mean, because they're stinging a little bit, and it's only round 4. I don't know. You know, I have to ask my mother. Mama, do his gloves look a little bit bigger? What do you see over there on the apron, Mama? What do you see? Should I ask the ref to check his gloves for you know, egg whites? What do we want? Manny Pacquiao's gonna be trying to summon the damn, you know, the boxing gods. He's gonna try to call up the pantheon of boxing and say, please, legends, help me out. Is it just me? Is it me having like 70 professional fights is why my ribs feel tender? Like it's the 4th of July? Is it a reason why I'm feeling all his body shots? If that's the case with Pac-Man, he's going to be in trouble. Pac-Man's going to be in trouble. Because you might have the hand speed, you may be able to move around, and once again, you know, no gloves on, your shit just look lightning. You know what I'm saying? Your shit look blurry. But when you put those gloves on and you're taking punishment and you're trying to delegate punishment, then that's when the conditioning comes into play. And that's when the age is a factor. Because, you know, you've been able to get away with it with a fighter like Thurman, because we didn't really think he took it all the way serious. But Errol Spence, we know he took it serious. We know he's coming in here to serve your ass, Manny. He's coming here to serve you, bro. 8 divisions or not, sometimes you just can't do what Floyd Mayweather does. Seriously. I don't know, you know, I look at it sometime, what Floyd, you know, the way he was in there giving Logan Paul that work. And I say to myself, damn, it'd be good to see him and Manny Pacquiao in a rematch. The way he in there, you know, how strong he look and everything, it'd be good to see him in a rematch. But anyway, it's Errol Spence's turn, and he's going to get the victory. You know, people can sit up here and say, oh, it's going to be an upset. That's the same shit they said about Lomachenko and Teofimo Lopez. And then the 6th round came around. They said, oh, shit, when is Lomachenko going to start fighting? Seriously. I mean, we have to consider that. Manny Pacquiao may become the elder statesman and retire of old age right in there in front of us. Seriously, this might be the fight because Errol Spence isn't Keith Thurman. Let's get that straight. You won't see Errol Spence in the casino till 3 a.m, and you won't see him eating a damn ice cream cup before the fight. So that right there is going to eliminate some of the stupidity. And you know, Errol Spence has a lot to prove to the people over and over again. Like, he's on the pound for pound list, so he have to continue to excel. So he can't bullshit around. And then, of course, I know you all have probably thought about this. Wouldn't it be much more sweeter if that belt was included? Like, why couldn't boxing make that shit happen? Why couldn't they reinstate Manny Pacquiao? All the damn hoopla of boxing royalty, 8 division champion, all he did from the sport. Why he couldn't get reinstated? Why couldn't, if boxing was truly trying to make this undisputed fight with Crawford being the last dragon, why wasn't it successful for the WBA to just say, you know what, let's reinstate Manny Pacquiao for this fight as a super champion? Because when they was doing photo op at the press conference, they was taking pictures with his belt. Why boxing? Why the fuck are you taking a picture with a belt that's not going to be included in the fight? And us as boxing fans, we're looking at this shit like we're trying to hope and pray that Errol Spence and Crawford fights for all the marbles. But seeing that it's only going to take that much longer. You know why? Because Manny Pacquiao wasn't reinstated. So since he wasn't reinstated as the WBA super champion, now we're looking for Errol Spence to defeat Manny and see if he gets Yordenis Ugas next. KG in the building. What's good with you, bro? WCS salute. Supreme Boxing Talk. Okay, what's going on, Supreme Boxing Talk? Man, y'all be sure to follow Supreme Beast Boxing Talk. Check the brother out, man. Check out his content. He be setting it off too. You know, drop your link in the chat there, Supreme. You already know what it is, man. You know, your people know who you are. You can drop your link in the chat, man. Y'all be sure to subscribe to Supreme Beast Boxing Talk, man. Make sure you check out everything boxing and sports. Check out Money Brown TV. Check out Drew Titan, 78 Sports TV. You know what I'm saying? Check all them Blue Blood. Check all them cats out that's out here, you know, putting out content on a continual basis. Check out Pac-Man ATL. He started his channel up. It's blown up. Check out his content, man. Spence versus Pac should be a good fight, though. We'll be competitive for a little while. And matter of fact, check out Stormy B too. Spence versus Pac should be a good fight, though. We'll be competitive for a little while. Spence have to adapt to Pac-Man's speed and agility. Pac-Man has to stay out the heat. Difficult to do versus Spence. I'm looking at it like this, Mitch. If Manny Pacquiao is able to do what Teofimo did to Lomachenko in the first half, if Pac-Man is able to control the pace of the fight early on, it would be very interesting. And he has every ability to be able to do it. Let's be honest. Like, Sean Porter and Manny Pacquiao is two different fighters. Even though they never stepped in the ring with each other before, they're two different fighters in general. So just because Sean Porter has aggression doesn't mean he has accuracy, timing, and discipline by, you know, knowing how to apply that with Spence. Manny Pacquiao, in my opinion, he has that education, that experience to be able to put away rounds early and know how to keep proper distance with Spence, who will come forward. Spence will give you that present pressure. He will give you the attention that you're looking for. And, you know, in the process of him coming forward, Spence does get hit. He does get hit. It's not like Spence move his head around and he has that Pernell Whitaker freaking fluidity That's not the case, people. But then again, if you touch Spence, he's gonna touch you back. It's almost like AT&T, goddammit. If you touch Spence clean, he's definitely gonna try to get it back. It ain't no option. It's no ifs, ands, or buts. It's no hesitation. If you hit him and you land a good shot, he's gonna try to return the favor quickly, expeditiously. And plus with Spence, man, like I said before, he's a younger guy. He ain't trying to be shown up by Manny Pacquiao, the grandfather. He's not trying to be shown up by Manny Pacquiao, bro. Get this smoke in the building. What's good? Haven't seen you in a minute. Hey, but I look, I have seen you on other panels. Man, shout out to Get This Smoke, man. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. His name is prevalent to what he stays. He stands his ground, man. I'm telling you, man, this dude will stay in the goddamn fire, bro. Mad respect to you, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I done seen you in some damn crazy ass debates, and this cat will stay over there till he feels and deem that it's time for him to leave. Motherfuckers just don't run him out the room, man. Ugas equal another payday. If Crawford goes to PBC, I expect the fights Ugas for unification. Pac versus Spence equal 2 southpaws. Pac hasn't fought a southpaw in ages. Hey, man, he's going to have to figure it out with all that 8th division and the years that he's been invested in the sport. I believe Pacquiao is very educated. Whether he's fought one in a long time or not, man, we're talking about Manny Pacquiao, man. We can't praise him for his tenure in the sport and all he's accomplished, but yet saying that, well, when it comes down to Errol Spence, he hasn't fought a southpaw in a minute. He'll figure it out. Improvise, adapt, and overcome, man. Manny Pacquiao's been in the game a long time. Pac better than Loma, though. Absolutely. But what I'm saying, I'm just trying to give you a measurement on how the fight may play out with 2 different names. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about the formula in putting rounds away early in the fight, as Teofimo Lopez was able to do against Lomachenko. Therefore, Manny Pacquiao, if he's able to do it against Errol Spence. Yes, Manny Pacquiao is a much better fighter than Vasyl Lomachenko in this case, in this analysis. But I'm speaking about Errol Spence don't want to play catch up with Manny Pacquiao. We really don't know what type of conditioning Manny Pacquiao is. Like I said before, I haven't heard anything about drug testing. I don't know, man. You know, people up here signing contracts knowing that, hey, it ain't gonna be no drug testing. You cool with that? You're gonna get your biggest payday ever. But we got to make the fight look interesting. Some people say, I don't care. And then some people like Floyd say, nah, I want Olympic style drug testing. Fuck what you heard. Give me drug testing because I demand it. I'm a clean fighter. So I want him to be a clean fighter. Respect at World Combat Sports. No, respect to you, man. Real talk. I done seen you in the heat, the furnace, putting up with some of these knuckleheads. And you know, you choose to stay in the heat, man. So you acclimated to the shit, you know? What's going on with you, bro? Can you hear me?
Oh yeah, sorry, I was on mute, turning off the other stream. Hey, what's up, bro? Peace to you, man. Yeah, big respect. I love your channel. You haven't been here in a minute. I'm glad you're still grinding it out. I just came in to say what's up.
I appreciate it, man. I seen you on other panels, bro. I was like, your name fits you, man. I got mad respect for you just staying in the fight when it comes to these boxing topics, bro. Like, it get nasty over there. You have like 5, 6 people going at you, and you be directing traffic, dog. I was like, God damn. You know, and that shit is interesting. Not everybody can do it like you can. You know what I'm saying? Some people get frustrated, start talking about bitch ass nigga this, bitch ass nigga that. But they get mad because you be trying to, you somewhat delegate the speed of the narrative like you're a professor in college. Okay, since you're talking, you pretty much somebody else will say something on the side. You say, well, if you would have heard what I said earlier, I don't think you was paying attention, but I'll repeat it. People don't like that shit, dog. You be directing traffic and shit like you teach the class in college, and they like, no, I want him to lose his mind. I want him to lose control of the situation. Pete Davenport in the building. What's good? Salute to Pete Davenport always, man. He said, I catch you on the playback at my nephew's 16th BD. Keep grinding, big bro. I appreciate your donation there, Pete Davenport. Real talk, one love, bro. But what's been good with you there, Smoke?
Oh man, chilling really. Been working on a project, so I've been just kind of away from the community in general, the way I was before. I don't know if you remember, but there was like that there was a fundraiser that went on for like a month, which is 24/7 boxing talk and other stuff. I just got burnt out on it. I was on that panel for so long, but then I got another thing. So yeah, I'm getting my juices up. So I'm on a panel here and there, but outside of that, I'm just a little bit busy in my personal life, trying to get out of the quarantine mindset.
I feel you. Yeah, I've been down with COVID, and my third week, so I just been trying to push through that, man. And took a test the other day, and I'm still positive. So I'm gonna take another test, and the first part of next week.
Well, how long does it generally take to pass before did they tell you?
Well, they have a rapid test where a rapid test can take 15 minutes. And then a PCR test is where they send it to the lab and so forth. And it takes maybe about 48 hours, 24 to 48 hours to come back. So I took a rapid, I took a rapid test so I can kind of just gauge where I'm at. Mm-hmm. And it came back positive. So
did you just once it came back positive, did you just like quarantine yourself, or did you go see a physician or something?
I've already been in the hospital, already seen a physician. This is not the early stages now. This is just on my third week. I already had several tests.
Yeah. So when you spoke to the doctor, did he say how long generally it takes for like COVID to pass through your body?
Oh, it's no way that they can determine that because the immune system of each human body is different.
Wow.
The organs and the immune system, the lungs and everything is different. So
they haven't got a mean to it yet. They haven't got an average yet.
What now?
They don't have an average yet, given like sort of your like health profile.
No, because some people be in the hospital, man. I'm gonna tell you the worst part about COVID when you really have it is the mucus. The mucus kills. The mucus is what does it. When you can barely breathe and you're sitting up here, trying to catch air and breathe on the normal, and then you're trying to spit that up. On the early stage of COVID, you can't spit it up. You got to take something for the mucus to come out. You can't just cough and swallow. You got to cough and spit that shit out, else it's never going to go anywhere. I mean, it's bad. It hurts. I ain't gonna lie to you. I mean, it hurts. Headaches. The taste buds are gone. Appetite, no appetite. I lost mad weight, over 20 pounds, because I didn't eat shit for 2 weeks.
Wow. Before you had COVID, did you have like a high sort of fat, like dairy diet?
No, I don't. I've always been in control of what I ate. The only thing I mostly eat is fish, and periodically I eat chicken. No red meat. Man. Maybe I eat red meat like once a month if I feel like getting a steak or something. But no, I wasn't reckless with my nutrition. I'm very educated in nutrition. I did compete at one time, but ultimately throughout my lifetime, even in the Corps, I took care of myself. So I was working out, doing light workouts. But when I got down returned from that tank fight, that Sunday, it hit me hard. So I don't know if I caught it right then or I had symptoms already and it didn't show. But that Sunday, shit, I was in the bed for a whole week.
Wow. Wow. So yeah. So crazy. Crazy. Well, I definitely hope you recover. You get well soon.
Yeah, for sure, man.
Get all the way back to 100%. I'm gonna head to the grocery store. Like I said, I just popped in to say what's up. And hopefully I'll have some time and I can join the panel. We can chop up boxing some.
Yeah, man. I really wanted to hear your OP on the Tyson Fury debacle that's been going on. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
I mean,
wow. There's just been so much back and forth. Like people are really engaged. Like it's kind of funny how, like at least on YTBC, people don't know what to make of it. Like on one hand, like Tyson Fury is like some big star, on the other hand, like tickets aren't selling. On the other hand, like Wilder is delusional, and on the other hand, the Tyson Fury is the one pulling out of fights. It just doesn't make any. Right now, it's a little bit schizophrenic the way people are, the way people are treating this news. I don't know. Has it been officially pushed back? Is it officially pushed back? I heard.
The next scheduled calendar is October 9th.
All right, so there you go. So I don't. Tyson Fury. This fight and Tyson Fury in general. I don't expect. What is it? I can't predict what they're gonna do. Like if I were to predict what he was gonna do, if I thought like, hey, let me use his past behavior, some sort of predictor of his future behavior, I'd be like, okay, this fight is not going to happen because this guy doesn't honor rematches, right? And then also I can make like I've heard people make arguments, and I can also make one for myself about how it would be like financially wise to like just retire now and then to come back out of retirement at some other point and like fight sporadically here and there and like make a ton of money and keep building his name up like that. Like the guy who's unbeaten and had all the belts and all that stuff. Like I can see like there is the prize fighter in him. There is a path forward here that may be like, kind of cagey and pretty wise actually.
But there's a prize cheater in him too.
Oh, well,
if he retires from the sport, Smoke, if he retires from the sport without defending the title through all the controversy, man, come on, man. When do we sit up here and start swinging the hammer, dog? I mean,
listen, he's gonna catch hell for it. But at the same time, if he went out and then came back in a couple of years, people are still gonna want to see him fight, right? So I mean, he can catch hell. He can take the consequences.
But why is that though?
Because the same reason it was the last
he's a cheater
time.
Though.
Yeah, but he was a cheater last time.
Correct.
And he still came out and made more money than he's ever made in his career. So if it stands to reason that he may be able to do that again. Go cheat. It's a big cheating scandal, but he didn't lose in the ring. So he comes back as the guy who knocked out Deontay Wilder, and people still like the man to beat. Like, yeah, you can be champion, but you're not champion until you beat Tyson Fury.
So why do you believe last question, why do you believe they keep rewarding Tyson Fury in the midst of his scandal, and his win is not clean, his legacy is not clean, but yet ESPY, they give this man an ESPY. He only fought once in 2020, but they turn around in 2021 and give him an ESPY. I see, that's just absurd, dog.
Well, I mean, all right. So in modern boxing, we see that there's promotional companies that are aligned with television networks.
Correct.
Right? So what is ESPY? The first three letters.
Yeah. ESPN. Yeah.
Right. The top rank. Where does he fight? Like, who brought in the most money out of boxing on ESPN? Do you think? I think it was that fight. Right. They have not seen that kind of engagement in their boxing. I don't think in years, really. That's probably what do you have to go back to? Maybe Manny Pacquiao, Jeff Horn. Yeah. Anyway, the whole point.
Well, they had Lomachenko, Teofimo. Well,
yeah, but they had to fudge though. Listen, when you talk about we found some digital numbers and that happened to be double what the actual numbers that you can kind of verify are, to me, I don't, I kind of just smell a rat. But Yeah, the Oscar De La Hoya quoting Ring magazine saying that they found some ESPN whatever, man. It is what it is. Cool, but those were like ESPN ratings still.
Yeah.
And also not. I mean, sorry, ESPN Plus subs, and it was not on the level of a. I think of like Tyson Fury and Wilder, and it also wasn't. I mean, yeah, I'm not buying it. Sorry, like that. Like, how do you do? How does the app do more than the broadcast? Like, since when?
Hey, is that person that's sitting there putting Bitcoin in the machine and making those numbers go up?
Right, but why just that fight?
Hey, who knows when it comes to the corruption of boxing, bro?
Yeah, I mean, but all I'm saying is that one has just some question marks around it. Like those ESPN Plus numbers, all the kids coming out and boosting it to like, what is it, like 3 million or 4 million or something like that? I think it was like damn near 4 million, when really it was the same kind of views that Loma gets for all of his fights, around 2 million. And even still, they did the same ESPN thing where it's like the last program. They do this like overlap programming where you get some of the figures from the last program because they start late in the broadcast. Can't remember what was like playing at the time, but ESPN is like notoriously does this stuff. Like they pump Terrence Crawford and Lomachenko's numbers by adding the numbers of the last program that was on before that the match started.
And that's what's up, man.
Anyway,
I just think it's preposterous, man, to keep awarding a fighter like Tyson Fury that's a scumbag, man. He keep on being embroiled in controversy, and I can't say he'll black out to the sport of boxing because boxing is a black eye within itself.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah. I think you have a standard for boxing that boxing has never met. This is like what you were talking about is like an idealized version of boxing. That's just like, yeah, nah. Maybe we'll get there one day, but we certainly have never been there yet.
That's what's up, Smoke. Hey, I know you got things to do, man. It's Friday and everything. Appreciate you pulling up the WCS. And, don't hesitate to drop back through, bro. You're always welcome, man.
Thank you. But one question before Jack. What do you think of Tyson Fury's boxing ability?
Tyson Fury has a eccentric style of boxing because he has this jerky motion, but yet he can put combinations together. I don't see anything extraordinary about Tyson Fury in the heavyweight division, except he's big enough to be able to dictate the pace. Like, you're not going to push Tyson Fury around the ring. He's just too damn big. He's too crafty. But, as far as his boxing ability, if you're that fighter who stands in front of him long enough, he's going to put some combination sets together. He's going to land some solid, effective punches. And, depending on the conditioning of his opposition is how good Tyson Fury looks. I mean, Deontay Wilder, his condition was degraded. So that allowed Tyson Fury to excel in that fight, shine. He looked like he was the damn Nostradamus up in that motherfucker with the way he was landing his combinations. Deontay Wilder couldn't do anything because his health wasn't 100%. So if you just look at the first fight, Deontay Wilder was loading up on a lot of shots, but yet he was still pressing the pace. He was able to get 2 knockdowns on Fury. He was able to have force Fury to box off the back foot, which Fury, he's too big for that.
But yeah, you're describing why people will still like tune out all of that other stuff. Not only that, but like the British boxers, like those people are like kind of representatives of the government through that whole British Boxing Board thing where they get their licenses from. So it's like when they fight, it's like all of England fights with them kind of thing. So yeah, like if it comes down to it.
But they never really respected him, did they? Like the UK fans never really fuck with Fury like that.
Yeah, right, but they do like the idea of like UK beating the United States. So as long as they have some guy that beat him, and if AJ or Dillian White like fall off, then you'll see even a bigger resurgence for Tyson Fury. Should he retire, right? But I think like overall, if the man's got COVID, whatever, push it back. If he's trying to get out of it in order to like get out of the contract, then it's his life. It's his, he needs to just take the consequences. I think I don't think much of him as much of his character, right? But I do think that you should be able to determine what you want to do with your life and take the consequences. So if you signed a contract, you got you reap the benefits of it, and then you don't want to honor all of it, and you want to skate out the back door, then yeah, you should be prepared to take the rotten tomatoes thrown at your head because you've earned it.
Hold on for a second. Yeah, what's up, man?
Oh, man, I didn't know you was talking to me. I was just listening to the conversation, man. It's a blessed day, boy. Blessed day.
Yeah, what's up, Uncle?
I heard you talking about hallelujah. I heard about Fury. His favorite.
Yeah, your audio going in and out.
Oh, that's because I'm not close enough, man. I'm moving around. Can you hear me? Yeah. Well, all I can say is, listen, when you get COVID, you can't predict the month or date that you're going to come back. It don't work like that because I had it. But in the second fight, he went to This is Fury. He went to WWE, told Wilder, look here, boy, sit down and wait. I'm your master. In this fight, Wilder won the arbitration. Yay. Guess what? He told him, sit down and wait. I got COVID, even though I'm lying. Wait until I come back. Ain't nothing he could do but to sit down and wait. This dude is just playing games. He's not sick. You can't predict.
Yeah, we know that. I mean, he's a dirtbag. We all already know Fury's a dirtbag.
He can't a World Combat. He can't be a dirtbag if the dude said he's
dog.
Okay, hold on. Okay, hold on, World Combat. But your boy,
remember you chimed in my panel.
Yeah, I got you. But your boy Wilder. No, listen to me. But your boy Wilder said that he sought him out and blessed him. Not with just one fight, but 2 fights and now 3 fights. Why would you continue to bless a dirtbag? Why?
So what's false about that?
Huh?
What's false about him blessing the guy?
No. But why would you bless a dirtbag and a cheater?
Crack addiction, and Wilder blessed him with
a fat ass crackhead.
Yeah, he was a crackhead. He still is.
It's a fat ass crackhead.
Sure he don't get popped on the test there, Troy.
Listen, man, that's a fat ass crackhead. I don't. He was not on crack.
When we talk about crack, that's not the topic. The topic is that he's a damn bona fide cheat. He's a certified cheat, man. I'm curious to know why the fuck you keep defending this dude.
It's not defending. I just asked the question: why did Wilder bless a cheat and a crackhead 3 times?
He blessed the guy the first fight, and it was in the contract for a rematch. Fury didn't want the immediate rematch. So he said, let me go over here and fight Tom Schwartz and Otto Wallin and go to wrestling. In between time, he wasn't confident about stepping back in the square with Wilder. Fury didn't tell him, sit down and wait on me. He wasn't confident to step back in the square. That's what it was. He was running. He's a coward. He didn't have the damn cojones to step back in there in an immediate rematch, man.
He blessed it first time. This is not new. It's a cheat.
You're going in and out, man. Maybe what you're saying, like
okay, well, can you hear me?
The YouTube gods are like,
can you hear me? Can you hear me? Yes, I can hear you clearly. Can you hear me?
Okay, yeah.
Oh, okay. My simple question is this. Hold on. Why did he bless the dirtbag and the cheater and the crackhead the first time?
I never said he blessed him with anything.
Right. So
that was
he used the word blessed.
I'll tell you why. Because it was a great fight that everybody wanted to see. But the other part of it is that Tyson Fury. So yeah, that's why it did great pay-per-view numbers, and people still talk about the fight. But beyond that, Tyson Fury is not just holding up Deontay Wilder's career. He's holding up every single heavyweight who wants to fight for a title. So this idea that it's just like Tyson Fury like sunning Deontay Wilder, he's literally holding up the division with this stuff.
He's not holding up Joshua. He's not holding up Parker. He's not holding up, Derek Chisora. He ain't holding them up. So he's not holding up,
none of those guys are title challengers. None of those guys.
Joshua is a champion. Joshua's a champion.
Correct.
He's not a title holder.
Right. Correct. He's already a title holder. Anybody who wants to be a title holder.
And he has a fight schedule, so how's he holding him up?
Is not a title.
No. Listen, you said he's holding up the entire heavyweight division.
That's it.
Right. Joshua is a part of the heavyweight division. How's he holding him up? How is he holding him up when he has a fight schedule?
I'll tell you how. I'll tell you how. Anthony Joshua is one member of the heavyweight division. I didn't say that he's holding up every single member of the heavyweight division.
You use the word entire. Entire was your word.
Exactly, the entire division. So for when it comes to AJ, how he's holding up the entire division is we don't get undisputed fights because he's too busy playing games. When it comes to every other person who's not a title holder, they can't get title shots at the WBC until this dude stops playing games.
Right, but he's not holding up the heavyweight division. He's simply holding up Wilder because fights are still getting made in the heavyweight division.
So then what? Okay, so if he's not holding up anybody else, right? So would it be an upgrade? Would AJ's legacy be enhanced by an undisputed fight with Tyson Fury? Would that be better?
Smoke, you're talking in circles. What you said is let me finish, Smoke. Let me finish. You said that he's holding up the heavyweight. I'm going to answer your question. You said he's holding up the entire. I'm going to answer it. You said that he's holding up the entire heavyweight division. Joshua is fighting someone, so obviously he's not holding him up at all.
Joshua is fighting somebody. Correct. Joshua was trying to fight Fury, though, wasn't he? You know why? Because AJ was looking to become undisputed, something he's been trying to do for at least 3 years, right? On record, right? So the idea that his career is not being held up by Tyson Fury, I don't know where you're getting this from. But
he's fighting. His career is not held up. Undisputed is held up, but his career is not held up.
When I said the entire division, did I say AJ's career, or did I say the entire division?
You said the entire division. Period. You didn't say his career. Now,
correct.
His career is not being held up because he has a fight coming up. That makes it a career.
So you want to pivot to that without answering my question?
I'm not pivoting anywhere. You said he's holding up the entire heavyweight division. And if you would look at the no, he's not holding up the division. Fights are still being made. Fights are still being made, Smoke. Heavyweight fights are still being made. Not
being made for the WBC heavyweight crown. And you know how
I tell you how we should settle this.
How long it's been since that thing was
I tell you how we should settle this. Why don't you just strip the man, and then Wilder and White could fight for the belt, and things could go on.
Well, I mean, if the guy
strip who?
Fury, obviously, strip him, and then White and Wilder can fight for the belt.
But see, look, Fury, when it comes down to it,
you are sick.
Right? When Fury runs away,
call in sick to school. You might have been just fine, but you weren't ready to go to school that day, so forget it. You calling in sick. That dude has found some exemption to not fight on the day that he was supposed to fight on. Right? If he's sick or not sick, regardless, whether or not he has COVID, you can speculate that till the cows come home. We are not in that dude's body. We don't know. However,
let me ask
he is well within his rights to say that he is sick, right? Maybe he has to prove it to somebody. Maybe he doesn't. I don't know. The point being,
something that you said,
he's doing exemption. If you think he's not sick and he is just postponing the fight and just playing with Wilder, he is doing more than just playing with Wilder. He's literally playing with the entire division because he is a WBC champ. Not only is he a WBC champ, but he's one of the premier, the marquee names in the division. So the fact that this dude is not defending the title and instead is talking about like maybe in October and maybe never, maybe you gotta strip him. It's gonna take like 2.5 years, dude. And that's not a thing about Deontay Wilder. That's about the entire division. But yeah, I'm out. Like I said, world class. You the man. Next time.
You gone, Smoke? You should stick around. Okay, well.
Well, hey, let me ask you this. Speaking of exemptions there, Troy, why do y'all exempt him from the bullshit and don't hold him accountable? Every time I hear y'all talk about
bullshit are you talking about?
Every time I hear you all talk about Tyson Fury, it's nothing but praises. Y'all loud the shit out of that fighter.
Really? You heard me praise Tyson Fury? When was this? And please play the replay so I can hear myself.
Look, you praise Tyson Fury because he's in there going against Deontay Wilder. And everything you say, just like you came. Hey, hold up.
Okay. Go ahead.
Hold up, Troy. When it comes down to the words that come out of your mouth, you say he told that boy to wait. You look, sometimes the shit that come out your mouth, I'm like, damn, you always got to talk about fried chicken, or he told that boy to wait, he's the master. You're really trying to treat Deontay Wilder as if he's in an inferior position. That inferiority is being a part of slavery once again. Now, you sounding delusional when you put it in that perspective. To use those terminologies as far as, oh, he told you to sit down, boy, I'm your master. Why does it have to be in that type of derogatory setting? You want to place us in a slave mentality.
Well, first of all, you have to be in a slave mentality for someone to place you in a slave mentality. Listen to me.
Why would you even mention it in a narrative, though? Why would you put it in a narrative in a slave mentality? When it includes Deontay Wilder.
I didn't mention anything about slavery. I call Fury boy too.
You said
I've said it a lot of times, but I've said it a lot of times. But why are you getting offended by a few words? I don't know. Because you know what? Let me finish. I got you, but let me finish though. Let me finish the World Combat. It isn't what someone calls you. It isn't what someone calls you, but it's what you answer to.
Troy, you're not gonna get on here and overtalk me, bro. You click my link. I ain't click yours. You click my link, bro. So like I said, who is offended? Man, you know my stance long time ago on when it comes to what you got to say about Deontay Wilder. You don't like the dude, man. He doesn't sit well. He's like a splinter under your skin, bro. Everything you say about him is negative. So when it comes to Tyson Fury, you might like Anthony Joshua better than Tyson Fury, but just because they're connected to Deontay Wilder potentially, you're going to sit up here and say, yeah, he told you to sit down, boy. I'm your master. Who says some shit like that, dog?
Obviously, I do. But
okay, then. Take accountability for the bullshit that you're drooling right now.
Listen, listen to me. You keep using the word hate to me, so I'm going to ask you a question. How many dinners and personal time? No. How many times have you had dinner with Wilder? How much personal time have you spent with him? And how much have you traveled with? No, I'm asking you because you take things so personal.
Because I don't take so personal.
I've never personally attacked him at all. It's in the context of boxing. So why do you take it so personal?
It's not in the context of boxing. People
How's
don't
that?
sit up here and say,
how's that?
Hey, boy, sit down. Good and damn well we was addressed as boys back in the day. You may not have been.
I call Fury boy too.
In the fucking house talking about massa.
You take a good look at me. I am 2 to 3 shades darker than you. I wasn't sitting in nobody's fucking house. Okay, I am way darker than you, and so's my whole family. Okay,
you got there feeding them grits, Troy. You was the one feeding them grits and snitching on the people in the field, Troy.
Okay, yeah. You sound great,
bro.
I don't know how to peel grits.
You had to, bro. You was massaging feet.
Answer my question, man. Why y'all get so sensitive about the man?
Y'all.
Y'all.
Combat sports only. It ain't
No. All of y'all that are in line with as my man Coach Malachi says, the alphabet boys. Why do y'all do that, man?
So why the last time you was over here? Which
was how long ago?
When Drew Tight was in the chat and you was talking mad shit to him, and he came on the panel, and all of a sudden you had amnesia.
Oh my good Lord! Okay, I just spoke to him, right? I just spoke to him on Fred's show, right?
Spoke to him about what?
There you go. I don't know what. Let me ask you an honest question. Let me ask you an honest question there, Scotty. Let me ask you an honest question, Scotty.
When he joined the panel, Troy, you didn't have shit to say. You was like,
Scotty,
I don't recall.
Let me ask you an honest question, Scotty. Let me ask you an honest question. I was put here by the Almighty God. He gave my parents the authority to bring me onto this earth, right? He gave my parents. Yes.
Have you ever
I see him every day when I look in the mirror. I see him every day when I look in the mirror. Now, that being said,
about ate lunch with Deontay Wilder.
That being said, no. Let me finish. I'm trying to answer your question about whoever you asked me about. Allow me to finish, please. What I'm saying to you is this. I was brought here by the Almighty. Why would I ever run from another man? The only thing any man on this, the only thing that any man on this earth could do is either love me like a brother, harm me, or kill me. None of those things bother me. None of those things bother me, Scotty. So why would I run from any living man? Why would I run from any living man? I have never ever run from a Ku Klux Klan, and I've never ever run from a black man.
Acting like you don't know shit anymore. When you get on a person's panel, right, you have to be held accountable for what you say, Troy. And then you act like, I don't recall that. I don't remember saying that.
You know what? You must have listened to Officer Drew when I was talking to him. I don't give a damn what you listen to. My thing is, I've never. Why would I run? Why would I run from any other man? I'm asking you a question there, Scotty. You keep saying I run from somebody. There's only three things. Only three things a man can do for me.
A black man can't serve his community. A black man can't serve his community.
Scotty, I'm a black man. So stop your foolishness.
Officer Drew.
I'm a black man.
So what am I? I was a military officer. What am I?
I'm ex-military too, so that don't fly. And I got two brothers that are police officers.
So why y'all keep calling the man Officer Drew like it's offensive to him?
You a grown man that has a podcast just like me. Okay,
he was up there locking people up, and it's bad for blacks to go out here and be law enforcement officers, right?
That's a whole bunch of horse shit because I got brothers that are police officers, so you can flush that horse shit down the toilet. Thank you very much. You talking in circles. You talking in circles. I can't hear you because we over talking each other.
You was spoon fed that horse shit because when he jumped in the live chat, hold up. When Drew dropped in the live chat and you was basically poking, you was antagonizing, and he finally jumped on here.
I antagonized that Bama. I didn't antagonize that Bama. I didn't even say that Bama's name. He came out on his own.
Man, you was goddamn antagonizing him in the live chat, man. You was calling him out, trying to goddamn poke the bear, and he came on here, and then you was short on words.
You talking about on your thing? Okay. I was telling him to come on. You have to listen. You jump all over the place. Why are we going backwards so far, man?
So here we go.
Why are we going back so far?
Your memory is failing you because
listen, when I heard my memory's fine.
Look, when it was time for you to step up to the crown, step up to the plate there, Troy, and talk your shit, you was up here tomorrow. I don't remember. I don't quite recall that. I don't know. Why are you forgetting so much? But you're willing to come on here and you'll say it's horse shit, but you don't remember trying to spoon feed that shit to us. You can be the antagonist, man. You can absolutely be the antagonist. You know it.
Hey, Scotty, I got to jump off with somebody at my door, but I'm going to come back. All you saying is nonsense, though, because as I stated, there's only three things that a man can do to me.
Go handle the door, man.
No. Listen to me. There's only three things. There's only three things a man can do to me. They can love me as a brother, they can harm me, and they can kill me. Why would any of those things put any fear in my heart? I know God, Scotty. I know God, Scotty. So why would I fear any man that walk upright like me?
Religion into this?
Why would you constantly say that I fear a man that walk upright like me?
Life and death.
I'll be right back, man.
That was Troy once again. He always coming here. He's one of those vintage. Troy is a vintage Deontay Wilder hater. But yet, when it comes down to him remembering what he said, he don't say who said that. When I say that, I can't recall. So I'm saying if you're gonna get on here and speak on something, at least have some damn cataloging, at least some archival. Something. You can't get on here and continue to say, I don't remember that. I just don't recall. And then you be using other people's shit. This is what I don't get, right? So we're out here promoting a black man being a law enforcement officer. But since they're on YouTube, you can say the same thing about military. You can, because we're both serving. They say the military serve a country, and then they say law enforcement serve their community, because they're isolated to a region unless they transfer to whatever. But the narrative is being pushed because of a certain individual that wants to defend Troy, the blind leading the blind. They want to say Officer Drew. If you was calling me that, I'll say, okay, cool. If I was making a living as a law enforcement, because I went to Orange County Sheriff's, I went through they program damn near to the end. to become an Orange County sheriff, but yet I got paid, double what I would be making to be a satellite communication instructor. That's why I was never. But if I was to dabble in law enforcement, I wouldn't feel no type of way about it, especially when you have other black men that'll sit up here and say, oh, you tearing down black men, but then they turn around and say, oh, he was a black police officer. He was a snitch. He was up here locking black men up. He ain't shit. They take away all the occupational benefits, all the healthcare benefits, all the respect in society and protecting and serving. They try to take all that shit away and put it out there as if a black man shouldn't be in uniform. Isn't that the one? Is that not the most ignorant type of stamp that you can put on your own people? Is to pretty much give the impression to others that it's bad to be a law enforcement officer as a black man. So therefore, what are we supposed to be? You criticize a lot of black men growing up being hip hop artists, but yet they make millions doing it. So you mad? Oh, don't teach your kid to grow up and be a hip hop artist. That's not long-term goals. But you got a black man in uniform with benefits and he can retire after a certain point of time. We have ignorant ass niggas on here saying, oh, he was locking brothers up. How do you fucking know? If you never served by him in the same place, how in the hell do you know? That is pure fucking ignorance. You want other black people to frown on a black man for being a law enforcement officer. How is that possible? How are you not able to use your own terminology instead of calling somebody Officer Drew? That shit just came out. I know who said it. I seen the whole stream.
His name is Coach Malachi.
I don't care. Why are you saying his name on my stream?
I'm sorry. I just finished a beautiful show on Major Key.
He was taking up for you, Troy. He was taking up for you.
But listen, brother, listen. We just finished a beautiful show over there with Major Key. We had Julian Jackson, Mike McCollum, and Tommy Brooks. That's three legends right there, right on Major Key every Monday night, 9:30 p.m. What were you saying?
Nothing. You was talking about a show that's absolutely off topic as to what I was talking about.
Okay, you said I was talking about Major Key at 9:30 every Monday night. Okay, but you were talking about what? Officers,
I will kick you out the studio if you wanna plug people shit and try to be facetious there, Troy. I'm being patient. I'm being patient with you. I'm being patient.
Listen,
I will patient, but I will treat you like kick you back out in the field there, Troy.
That's okay, brother, because I gotta cook. I gotta cook tomorrow for this festival.
You're not making me. You're not making me mad. See, that's some bitch assness in you, Troy, because you bring other people into this narrative. You bringing in Major Key, and you bringing in this, and you think plugging that, and all this other stuff. What is that doing exactly, bro?
Okay, listen, I plug Major Key because I'm a part of Major Key Boxing every Monday night, 9:30 p.m. And since you talked about an interview that had my name in it, I had to tell you Coach Malachi's name.
I didn't talk about anything. I didn't mention anything about no coach anything. I didn't say Malachi's name or nothing. I just told Drew, Officer Drew, you got that from his interview. Okay,
you can say his name. He has, he got his own show.
You said it. I did. When it comes to my brothers, especially we up here having a dialogue. What's very, very disappointing, Troy, is when you bring other collective voices in here that's not a part of this panel just because you can't handle the job on your fucking own.
I'm up here by myself. I don't see nobody else around, Scotty.
Hi, Scotty. Battles, dog.
Hi, Scotty.
You want somebody else?
There you go again. I thought I was a coward that ran off, and now I need help. Who else do you see on this panel, Scotty?
Can't handle his own dialogue.
Can I ask you a question? Why do you do stick you so
on my panel when you don't even show over here and you act like
I thought you were pro-black?
I'm scared to have a dialogue with another black man. What I said is what I said. He's giving the wrong impression about a black man being an officer.
I'm a black man.
He's defending your ass.
And I'm darker than you. Defending
your ass, Troy. Why?
I didn't ask the brother to do that. I didn't ask him. He chose to do that out of the kindness of his heart.
Isn't that the damn statement? Black man.
What did you say just now, Scotty? What did you just say?
Officers? You hate law enforcement officers, right?
No, I do not, Scotty. No, I do not.
Stop bowing down to it every time you come to in an interaction with him and you forget shit. Stop bowing down to him then.
First, okay. First you said I ran. Then you say I bowed down. Yeah, you say I can't stand on my own. But look, who else do you see on your panel, though, Playboy? Who else you see on your panel? It's me and you right now. Who else do you see on your panel? Who else you talking to?
Who allows access? If I allow you access, have fucking respect, Troy, and don't bring other niggas' names on my panel.
Niggas, I thought you was pro-black, baby.
With this conversation,
I thought you was pro-black. We can't call each other niggas like that, man. You supposed to be
pro. You know what, nigga? You know how to spell it, right? Long as you know how to spell it, that's all you need to know. Because what you did, you came on here and you sit up and brought somebody else's name on the panel. Man, come on, you have to get more than 2 megabytes on your bandwidth, first of all, because you keep popping in and out.
I live in a dead area, so if I move a certain way, the call's going to drop. But what were you saying now about? First you said I ran, then you said I bowed down, then you said I can't stand by myself. But it's only me and you
being on point at that time.
It's only me and you on this panel, though, Scotty. I don't see nobody else up here.
Your recall memory is poor. Your recall memory is poor.
And I'm standing up in my own house, Scotty. I'm standing up right now in my own house by myself.
Your recall memory when it comes to what you go out here and antagonize people with, you have a loss of memory when it comes to standing up.
First and foremost, you get antagonized by a few words. I'm not the problem. You are. Okay? If you that easily triggered by just a simple few words, because I said, okay, Fury is Wilder's master, then you have the problem, not me. Because those words won't if you change the personnel and you say Fury is White's master, that ain't gonna bother me. White's a boxer that I appreciate, but ain't gonna bother me at all, right? And I can list some other names that I like, but it's just not gonna bother me. So why does it bother you?
Well, I guess you're not a good listener, because when I was expressing what I was telling you, I was basically saying in reference to who you are addressing, not me. I didn't say it offended me. I said you are the antagonist. When you go out here and start these fires and it comes time for you to basically take accountability for them, you seem to have a lack of memory. You don't recall. You sit up here, I don't recall saying that. So I'm saying, why don't you get a pen and paper next time? And when you get into these debates with certain people, you write the shit down. So when it comes time for them holding you accountable and you in the hot seat, you remember what the fuck you said. Okay,
Scotty, I'm not the one threatening to burn anybody up in no car fire or any other fire. So I don't know why I should be held accountable for words. Huh?
Y'all still talking about that?
Words. No, y'all is me. Y'all is me. Y'all is me.
Troy, have you ever sat down and ate a broke bread with Sugar Hill? Why are you defending him if you haven't did it? Isn't that what you asked me? Have you ate any type of meal with Sugar Hill? So
I'm not defending Sugar Hill. I'm not defending somebody. Okay, go ahead, Scotty.
Because it's Fury's trainer. Why?
I'm not defending Sugar Hill. What I'm simply saying is this is social media, and this is supposed to be about boxing. But you want to burn somebody up in a car fire for what reason?
So
what was the genuine reason that he wanted to do that? Why would you even say that out your mouth?
Look,
why would you? No.
Okay,
Let's keep it on pace here. We talking about black men
burning somebody in a car fire.
Yeah.
As long as you didn't say burning somebody up in a car fire, everything else you can say, while that man has a family and everything else, derogatory is okay, right?
I never talk about his family, so you're lying about that. I talk about boxing.
No, I didn't say that.
Talk about boxing.
The derogatory shit that you say about Wilder when he has a family. When he has a family,
I don't say any derogatory shit.
You don't have.
Why don't you say the derogatory shit that? Why don't you tell me the derogatory shit that I said, Scotty? Go ahead.
Get a pen and paper.
Go ahead. No, Scotty. You keep accusing me of things, but you're not bringing any facts to it. The fact is
that what we've been through in the past, dog. And you're a bona fide, legitimate pound for pound Wilder hater. That's
the fact is, Scotty, I can't hate a man I've never met. Okay, so that's out the picture right there. The fact is that you all are wrapped up in this, man. The fact that you all are wrapped up in this, man, and you can't give a valid reason why y'all so wrapped up in this, dude.
Why would you hate a man?
Okay?
Why would you hate a man that you never met before? That's my question too. But why are you?
Allow me to answer you.
Why are you defending a man that you never met in Sugar Hill, all because a third party said something about a car fire? Why are you defending Sugar Hill and you have no relationship to that man?
First and foremost, you're talking a bunch of horse shit. You're talking a bunch of horse shit, but a lot.
You have no relationship with Sugar Hill.
Answer you.
You're just following the path.
I'm going to repeat myself. I'm going to repeat myself. I hate no man. I wasn't defending Sugar Hill. What I said is, why are you taking it so serious that you tell another black man that you want to burn him up in a car fire? What was so serious that he had to tell him that?
Drew when you had the opportunity for that?
I did.
Okay, then. So why are you redirecting a car fire, part of that narrative to me? I never mentioned it.
You asked me a question. I'm giving you the answer.
I never asked you a question about a car fire.
You asked me a question about Sugar Hill. I never mentioned Sugar Hill. And I never mentioned Sugar Hill either. I mentioned car fire. I never mentioned Sugar Hill. Where did I mention Sugar Hill, Scotty? When and where did I mention Sugar Hill?
You said about Drew telling Sugar Hill.
I didn't say that. I said, why did he tell another black man he wanted to burn him up in a car fire? Didn't say any names.
Is that different?
Yes, because there was no name interjected into my statement. It was no name interjected into my statement. I said, why was that so important? Why was that so important? I wouldn't give a shit if he did.
Did he say that though?
Okay. I wouldn't give a shit if he did. All I want to know is, why do y'all take things so personal? Everything I say.
Who is y'all?
Okay. I'll focus it on you. I'll focus it on you. Why do you take it so? Why are you taking everything so personal? Why are you taking it so personal? Master and boy is.
No, man.
It's my material, but you brought up slavery with that. You got offended with that.
You never should have.
You understand what I'm saying to you?
With Deontay Wilder, because that's what you want to
do. What did you just say?
You want to humiliate him. That's what you want to do.
Oh my good gracious almighty! And there goes the sensitivity again, Ralph Tresvant. There goes the sensitivity, Ralph Tresvant.
You want to put Tyson Fury in a position of superiority and put Deontay Wilder in a position of inferiority. You always want to place Deontay as a subordinate.
Listen to me, right?
You always want to place him as a subordinate. That's your demented way of getting back at Deontay Wilder at any given point.
Take a good look at me, man.
Bro,
take a good look at me. Take a look at me. Okay.
White plenty of times. No, go
take
back.
Take a good look at me. Okay.
I don't need to, bro.
No. I want you to take a good look at me. What you're saying is a load of horse shit.
You keep saying horse shit 20 times over. What does that have to do with conversation?
Me and you are two men supposed to be talking about boxing, and you make it personal all the time. It's never personal. The reason why I can come in, the reason why but listen, Scotty. But the reason why I can come in,
other niggas' name up from other shows on my panel.
But the reason why I could come in and say a lot of the stuff. Listen, the reason why I can come in, I am nobody's victim. I already told you that. There's nothing no man can do to me on this earth. I am a co-host. I'm a co-host on one of those shows, and I'm in a partnership on the other show. So
you're not a co-host on this show.
But you keep saying, well, I brought them up. That's why. But listen to me. You and I are talking.
You're trying to be an antagonist and trying to play petty ass games as if you don't understand what you're doing. You want to plug other niggas' shows for what? That's petty.
Then they go the word nigga again, Scotty. Come on, man. How we gonna move on? How we gonna move on from the negativity if you keep using negative words?
Nigga, you can't tell me how to talk when you sitting up here saying master and boy.
And that's not as offensive as nigga, Scotty. Nigga is so offensive, Scotty. My God. Nigga,
you must have learned a lot in there serving hot grits to the master.
I feel offended that you said nigga, Scotty. I'm offended.
What you want, master?
Okay.
Master, what you want today?
Yes, Scotty. I am your master. Thank you for calling me master. Yes.
Back of your neck, master.
No. But you can shine my shoes for me, boy.
Troy keeps talking about fried chicken. The last time you said something about Deontay Wilder, you mentioned fried chicken.
Alabama, get it right, man. I mentioned that he owned a bunch of fried chicken franchises in Alabama.
Out of all the nutritional restaurants they have, all the food delicacy or whatever you want to call it, you pick fried chicken. Once again, throwing racist ass subliminals.
White people don't eat fried chicken? White people don't eat fried chicken? Cut it out, man.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying about you. Cut it out, boy, because you keep on goddamn throwing little
Scotty, man.
Fried chicken. Oh, I was talking about Alabama.
Listen.
Fried chicken. Now you're saying he said, "Sit down, boy. I'm the master."
Yes, I said that numerous times on numerous panels, and I got the same result.
His name.
You take it personal.
It's called.
You take it personal. You take it personal.
It's called Conan.
My name is Troy Graham. I answer to Troy Graham. I answer to Troy Graham. That's what my grandmama named me. That's what my mama called me. That's what my daddy called me. I answer to Troy Graham.
I said,
so you can call me anything you like. I'm not going to answer you.
Your actions are coning, bro. Your actions are coning.
I have no idea what that means. So, you're talking to someone who doesn't know.
You know what it is.
No.
That's not
is that the same as Uncle Tom?
Look, it's funny. It's funny how you can then mention somebody else's name, Officer Drew, and you can pick up somebody else's terminology, but yet something that you've heard in life, you're trying to pretend as if you don't have a determination as to what the definition is.
What I'm telling you is this: if it doesn't fit, I don't need to wear it. So I don't give a damn what you think about me. You understand what I'm saying to you?
It doesn't wear it. Man, get the fuck
if it don't fit, I don't need to wear it.
Oh, it fits.
You understand what I'm saying? All things in life are not meant to touch you, Scotty. That's a fact of the matter right there. All things in life are not meant to touch you. Like, listen, I was just on the panel with 3 legends, man. Legends. And I'm so filled with happiness now. I'm saying if you wanted to go watch it, it's on Major Key Boxing Panel right now. You go check it out. It's a beautiful show, man.
You continue to be childish, and that's why when you come on here, you get no love.
You want me to tell you something? You want me to tell you the truth?
Old as you are,
you want me to tell you the truth?
You're very immature.
Do you want me to tell you the truth?
You keep on doing little childish shit.
People always talk about my age.
Try to act like you got.
People always talk about my age, but you have to be my age and older to tell me about my age.
What's your age again? What's your age again?
I'm 50 next month, and I'm happy for it.
Oh, wow,
so you're gonna have to.
I'm older.
Oh, there you go, calling me. Look, you call me a nigga. See, you call me a nigga, man. I would be offended if I answered to that.
I'm gonna piss an old nigga off tonight. I'm gonna piss an old nigga off today. You talking about you?
Okay, so you gonna piss yourself off, right?
I've been in the 50s. I've been in.
I'm not gonna be old until I'm dead, Scotty. So you know what, Scotty? I'm not gonna be old till I die.
Go fix you some fried chicken, nigga.
Actually, Scotty, I'm cooking jerk chicken and curry chicken tonight, Scotty, with cabbage and rice and peas because I got a festival to cook for tomorrow. I'm cooking some curry and jerk chicken is what I'm fixing, baby. Would you like some curry and jerk chicken, Scotty? Actually, Scotty, I don't know how to cook those. I don't know how to cook those.
Practice on your ham bones so you can.
I don't know. I don't eat pork, Scotty. I'm sorry. I don't eat pork.
Go practice your ham bone.
I don't eat pork, baby. I'm sorry, I don't eat pork.
Go practice your ham bone, Troy, so you can goddamn be in tune.
I don't eat pork, but I tell you what I do. I'll make a mean apple pie if you want one. You want apple pie, Scotty?
You always talking about cooking, man. I don't need that sweet from you, dog. I don't need that.
It comes with honey. It comes with honey, man. It comes with honey. You ain't never gonna get nothing sweet from me, baby. Trust me on that.
Listen,
you ain't never getting nothing sweet from me. Let me put my Barry White on you so you know you're talking to a man. You ain't never gonna.
That ain't Barry White.
How you know that ain't Barry White? Show you right. Show you right.
Anything else, Troy? You wasting my time, bro. Obviously,
I am.
I put you in the background, man. I don't have time to be going back and forth with you. We ain't getting nowhere. I'm not feeling no type of way about you plugging other niggas, on my show. That just represents the antagonistic side that I tell you about. You know what I'm saying? Once again, I remove you from my panel. You click the link. I let you stay on here as long as I could for something conducive. And then it just got to a point where you got 2 grown-ass men going back and forth. But as y'all seen, he wanted to talk about other collective voices on YouTube. And that happens a lot on here. When you have individuals that'll pull in other individuals to a conversation, a dialogue that they're not a part of. And the reason why they want to do it is so that you can respond and to get that particular person to make a video about it or talk bad about you. I never do that. Never. All the panels I've been on, I handle that shit solo dolo. I never pull other niggas in to goddamn, be a crowd, so it can be a pack riding type of dialogue so they can all gang up. That's just not the way I roll. But you have some niggas on here that will pull people in while using their terminology off a video to demean another black man in this scenario, all because you have a friendship. I can very well say, hey, okay, I can handle the dialogue on my own. I'm good. I can handle it on my own. I'm good. No, you saw it for yourself, man. It doesn't make any sense. You know, you want to bring other people into and plug show. That does nothing for me. I mean, my channel doesn't do incredible amount of views. You don't see 100 people tune in. So why plug it on my show? I wish y'all nothing but the best. Y'all interviewing boxers, cool. I don't sit up here and think this is a competition by far. People try to make it a competition. I so-called have a small channel, but yet why are you plugging other people's stuff on? It makes no sense. If you have 3 legends on your show, why plug it on mine? Just to get 4 or 5 more views? I mean, it makes no sense, bro. You know, but hey, I gave you enough time there, Troy. As always, you're always trying to use these derogatory racial directives when it comes to Wilder. And then you try to act a fool as if it's all innocent. Nah, it's absolutely on purpose. What you're doing is on purpose. And you always want him, you know, whenever you use him in a conversation, you want him to be the slave. You put him in a slavish type of conversation, like you was talking about fried chicken. And then you want to say, Fury said, okay, you stay right here, boy. I'm the master. Only Wilder. Wilder has this, you know, has you with this infatuation of negativity. You despise the man. You do. You despise him. Deep down inside, you do hate him. Because what you say about him in a negative light, you should also think about his family before you even allow it to roll off your tongue. Like I said before, the tongue is a sword to life and death, bro. And all the negative shit you say about the man while he's out here making a living the right way, you rather support a dirtbag. You don't have to support him like you do Anthony Joshua. But when the conversation arises, you don't have anything good to say. So just put it in this perspective. I'm going to leave it alone. If Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder names in the same conversation, you're going to throw barbs back and forth at Deontay Wilder just because that's what you're used to. You have natural negative energy when it comes to saying shit about Deontay Wilder. It's all derogatory. You excoriate the man naturally. But when it comes to Tyson Fury, you don't hold the same energy. It's always, oh, let me just blow over that, or let me keep quiet, or let me act like I don't know English. Or really, you know, you put it off on, well, if he's a cheater, boxing needs to take care of that then, not me. I don't have anything to do with it. It's just some hoe ass shit, man. That's why I only tune in to certain channels. I never drop my link in nobody's channel unless they say it's cool. But plugging the niggas channel over here of people who I know, and just because I'm not on the panel over there, it's just hoism. That's all. That's just hoism. It doesn't matter what age. If Troy's turning 50, that he just proves that you can be 50 and you can be a hoe. That's all that is. Jay in the building. What's good, man? Nigga tried to put age up there. Nigga, I'm older than you. I know I look younger than you, but I'm older than you, nigga. What the fuck you talking about? Jay say Troy Graham built like a stack of tires. Damn. Are used or brand new? Why they don't keep that same energy on Fury ducking? Because it's biasness, bro. It's biasness. That's all. They want to keep the biasness going, man. Troy, an expert talking in circles, man. He don't remember shit. That guy, what's good with you? You know, you still in my chat, man. I look, don't stay in here too long without taking copious notes there, Troy, because the copious notes is going to allow you to peel back the pages and remember what you said on here when you go up here and tell all these other niggas, that's your best friend for now. See, I don't want old ass niggas supporting me just because we're in the same age group, or they feel that I need some type of companionship. No. If we're bringing up car fires, we're really going through life as if we never heard threats. We never heard phantom threats in life. We heard that shit all the time. So why is this any different? Because somebody was speaking off emotional on what they felt about a person. That's over and done with. Y'all niggas behind the scenes was probably dry snitching. They cut the clip of him saying that to Sugar Hill and sent it to YouTube. Snitching ass niggas. But they'll sit up here and call somebody Officer Drew. But they'll go behind the scene and submit anonymous reports. Yes, so-and-so made a terroristic threat to, look, this is what they do, to a former law enforcement officer. So what he wanted to do was cause harm to a law enforcement officer. In the meanwhile, he himself was a former officer, which is a bad representation to any law enforcement that's serving. The motherfuckers dry snitching, dog. They goddamn remain anonymous. I would like to remain anonymous, please. But I want maximum punishment for this guy to sit up here and make a terroristic threat such as a burning car. Send. Oh, yeah. I can't wait that they respond. I'm telling you, man, that shit exists. Chump don't really pop up until y'all discuss Wilder. You ain't never lied, Mitch. Troy don't come over here for anything except when the conversation is Wilder, man. And he don't remember shit. He come over here 2 days later. Do you have the clip? Let me know what the clip is. See, he came over here because he don't get along with Smoke. And he definitely don't get along with me. But once again, the same time when he was up here poking and being antagonistic, when Drew was in the chat, is the same shit people was talking about. He was initiating the bullshit. So when you saying somebody feeding you horse shit and stuff like that, no, bro, you used to it. It's an acquired taste to you, Troy. You like horse shit, donkey piss. You like mixing that shit together and throw some sliced apples in there and throw it in the oven with the dough and call it apple pie. You like that shit. You got a sweet tooth for that, bro. You'll be the same nigga running around telling your people, White Scotty was over there upset. I'm not. Remember, you click my link. I'm not over there on somebody else's panel engaging with you. You came over here. So what does that say about you? Why are you stalking a nigga's channel after you just had an interview? Why? It makes no sense to me. It's called hoism. And you need to damn take your medication, bro. You're not offended, but you're offended by boy master. Look, you sit up here and talk about a threat in a narrative, if you want to consider that, because he was speaking in hindsight. If I want to educate you, Troy, all right, because I don't need a college education, even though I do have one, but I don't need a college education to explain to you what someone is speaking in hindsight. He didn't say he wanted to see it happen tomorrow or at the moment in which he was speaking on it. That's not what he said. So why are you still rambling around here, playing hopscotch? Oh, he said a burning. Oh, that's just so bad. I mean, come on, bro. Come on, man. You about to have your 50th birthday and you up here whining and crying about what somebody said in hindsight because they felt some type of way about another man? Why are you offended about what somebody else said about another man? And why do you have other grown men up here defending other men that was in the conversation with the actual person? What did that make them, a fourth party? If you had absolutely nothing to do with the dialogue, why in the fuck are you sitting up here trying to defend somebody else when they were speaking directly to another grown man, which has absolutely nothing to do with you? You're just a bystander, a nosy ass bystander. I don't think dude, a boxing fan, he's just a Wilder hater. Man, he's infatuated with Wilder. He's infatuated. That nigga get blackout drunk every day. And I'm going to keep doing that wherever I go. Hey, man, do what you do, man. You should be worried about creating content and who you're going to interview, because that seemed to be the priority. Find out who you're going to interview next. Because, you know, the ones I'll be looking at, you just be sitting up there falling asleep on somebody else's panel. I wasn't going to mention it. But since you want to hang out in the goddamn trenches, if you're going to go on somebody else's panel for an interview, you need to stay awake. Make sure you're not falling asleep with your hand on the screen, and then when your body lean a certain way and all the weight is on that side, it actually accidentally hit your damn camera, start cam, and you're up there snoring. I'm just saying, have some professionalism. But hey, y'all make sure y'all help him out. You know, he's over here looking for attention, man. And I gave you enough tonight. That's why I had to boot you. Y'all make sure y'all help him out. You know, he's over here. See, I can play games with you, Troy, but I'm not even gonna run the replay back on the YouTube. You know, so you can hear yourself. I could play some petty games, but that's not what I do. I'm not even on here all the time. All right. Don't give me a thumbs down. You know, like that matters. Come on, man. Come on now. I'm gonna close this out talking about boxing before I was, you know, diverted. I'm looking forward to that Rigondeaux Casimero fight. You know, Nonito Donaire want to use code of ethics to pull out. I don't blame him. You know, his wife is a part of his team, and they was trying to use that, you know, that browbeating type of method, talking crazy, being disrespectful. But I look at it this way: if you're gonna have your spouse in the boxing game and she holds a prominent role on your team, no matter what it would be, and she have to communicate with the opposite, your opponent and his team. Well, you can't take it personal that it's your wife and they're being disrespectful, because they can just as well be the same way with a male. They can just as well be disrespectful to a male. So if your wife was happened to be in a position where she had to engage or communicate with you know, Casimiro's team, and it got disrespectful, why pull out? Just give us the fight, man. You're the WBC champion. Just give us a fight. Now Rigondeaux, he gets, you know, the return to step back in there. Hope he's in good shape. And he gets to come back in there and put on a show. Casimero Rigondeaux would be a damn good fight, man, at bantamweight. Real talk. It's going to be a great show. I'm looking forward to that fight. You know, Rigondeaux say him and his trainer just came up with some tricks. Like everybody say, you know, they've been working hard. They came up with some tricks. So we'll see how that plays out, man. He said that body weight hit the camera on the button. Fury on some bullshit, but at least the fight is rescheduled. I mean, it's rescheduled. You know, we don't know if he's actually going to step in the ring, though, because something else can present itself, because it's imminent right now. It's pending. Something is imminent. I feel it. Something is imminent once again, just like I felt it for this July 24th. It was imminent. What is it? Oh, it's COVID. He got COVID. Charlo should become undisputed tomorrow night. Castano ain't an easy outing, though. He will present difficulties for the Charlos. I'm looking forward to that fight, man. You know, Castano, he hasn't defended his title yet. He won it from Patrick Teixeira. And you know how that goes. You know how that goes. Jermell Charlo said, I could have defeated Patrick Teixeira. Isn't that special? You know, just like Mel Charlo said, I believe I fought better guys. You know what I'm saying? I believe I fought better guys, period. So pretty much what he's saying is, yeah, you stepping in the ring with me, but I feel overall my competition has been much better than you. I fought more top quality guys than you. I don't think he's calling Castano a slouch or a bum, but he's just saying he's fought better competition, more elite competition. Man, everybody playing games. Donaire must have not wanted to fight. It's something had to be going on, man, because he's a WBC champion. You know, he was gifted. I mean, you have to thank the boxing gods, because this man fails to beat Inoue in a way. You know, they move him over to the WBC to fight Nordine Bali. That's just the same thing they did with Sergey Deryanchenko, bro. He had 2 times at the IBF, and then they move him to the WBC, and he loses again. It's unbelievable. Donaire was gifted immediate. They shift him over into the WBC rankings. Unbelievable. Them Argentinian people come out nowhere. Yeah, you got to think about the Argentinian OG, Marcos Maidana. You know what I'm saying? He might even be in the house. You know what I'm saying? Sitting up front row with his shirt open with some drip, you know, looking like an Argentinian goddamn El Chapo. Man, everybody playing games. Casimero built like Venom, trying to say he clean. And we'll see what's up. Salute to Drew Titan in the building, man. What's good with you, fam? You know what I'm saying? You know how the weather is sometimes. Sometimes some bullshit precipitate itself into the area. It don't last long. They say, salute fam, just got home from the gym, putting in work, putting out the car fires. Yeah, man, put that car fire out, man, because obviously it's still burning in the minds of a lot of people that you spoke on it in hindsight. They had like you mentioned you was going to, rather than I thought what your reflection was back then. See, Troy's still here. He had to wait to Drew show up like a good little boy. You're very disciplined when you want to be, Troy. You had to wait till the man get out the gym to show him attention. Now, not only are you infatuated with Wilder, now you have this undeniable infatuation with Drew Titan to make sure you get his attention. Something ain't right. Seriously, something ain't right. But, you know, I'm looking forward to the Jermell Charlo. And y'all make sure y'all just subscribe to Drew Titan's channel. Check him out, man. You know what I'm saying? He's mostly on in the mornings, 9:30s, and sometimes in the afternoon. But check out, man. Oh boy, be dropping some creative content when it comes to goddamn boxing shit, man. And then general topics. You know, make sure you subscribe to his channel, man. Check him out. Very informative brother. Not putting them out. Why did you tell another black man you want to run? And he's still talking about that shit. You know, he ain't gonna engage you, man. He ain't gonna give you that time, bro. That shit is over. That shit is over, Troy. Let it go. Let it die. Let the shit die, Troy. You got enough airtime today. Now you acting like a groupie. Why you coming over here on WCS being a groupie? Now you acting like a groupie. I ain't gonna tell you to stop because you know better. You know right from wrong. But you acting like a groupie now, dog. But yeah, man, it's going down October 9th, man. Shout out to Bronze Bomber Nation. We hope Tyson Fury makes it back up there. And if anyone knows his doctor, please give him a number so I can get that cocktail that Tyson Fury got that takes everything away. I don't know if it's Clorox mixed with pine sol with a shot of Hennessy, Grey Goose. I don't know what they mix in there to get that shit out. But obviously, the turnaround time is a matter of minutes because Tyson Fury didn't have COVID that long, and then now he's cleared to fight October 9th. So once again, if you support the Bronze Bomber Nation, man, continue to do so. You know what I'm saying? Continue to do so. Do it genuinely, and do it without effort. Because when you do it without effort, that means you genuinely want to. You know, it gets used to it. You get used to freaking supporting them. If you got to put all the effort, you know, and you stressed out and shit, that means you're up here being disingenuous. You faking. Troy Graham, you are attracted to me. You wanted my attention. We spoke. You failed. I made peace with you, and you are still salty. Fuck wrong with you? He is, man. There's an infatuation going on, man. There's an infatuation. You know, I think, Drew, it may be the tank tops, man. I think if someone grabbed Troy's phone right now and looked through his gallery, it may be screenshots of you. Real talk. He said Troy one of them niggas that don't understand no. He want to follow the bitch home and shit. He said Troy don't understand no. I won't take no for an answer. I'm about to go make some apple pie. Put that special donkey piss in there. Said Troy Graham, I'm going to assume you are a grandfather before you engage with me. Think about what your kids would say. You're looking like a stalker right now. I'm telling you, Troy. I'm telling you, bro. You're looking like a groupie right now, man. Why you still hanging out in this live chat? I don't know what to tell you, bro. But I'm about to send you on your Friday. For real. I'm about to send you on your Friday. So if all of them made your night, why are you over here on my live chat? You know, those I respect all those guys you're talking about, right? But why are you over here? Why are you not going over there checking the replay out and further educating yourself on what the interview was about? Because I think deep down inside you asleep part of that interview. You know what I'm saying? He said, Troy Graham, build your channel by talking about me. Go tell Fred that he has a horrible show. Yeah, man, he did, didn't he? And he had amnesia. He said Fred have a horrible show, and that's why he pretty much caught amnesia when he was over there. When it was time for him to speak up and use his recall memory, he couldn't do it. And that's one of the big problems I have with you, Troy. If you say all the negative shit and you throw these subliminals like boy and master and you try to dilute it, but yet you want to go around and say, oh, I'm a black man and my parents was this, that, and the other. But yet you're trying to treat a certain other black man like he's subordinate in life just because you despise of him. And the way you break it, you attempt to break it down as a subordinate, is slave shit. Fried chicken don't have nothing to do with expressing yourself on how you feel about another man. But you want to say it in a sense that he's out of Tuscaloosa, Alabama. So you're saying he's a country ass nigga that's always eating fried chicken. But one of the raw, best shape heavyweights you'll see out there in the sport. But you want to talk about fried chicken. And then you want to put dirtbag Fury in a position of being a master and him directing Deontay Wilder as the terminology boy, knowing that doesn't sit well with black men in general, boy. But you know what it is, man. Who am I? I'm not trying to keep going on and on with him. He'd go all night. There go line again. I've never discussed you on a major. Keep boxing every Monday. Let's plug that again. He keep on talking about Major Key nights, 9:30 on Eastern time. I made sure to put that up there because it's absolutely going to do nothing for me. Dozens of dudes talk about me, and I'm never in the chat on their channels. Take note. Hey, don't educate the man. But my people, it is Friday. If I was to stay on here forever and a day, I have this groupie continue to goddamn give attention, unwanted attention. You know what I'm saying? But you know what it is, man. I appreciate y'all for pulling up. Y'all continue to support the channel, man. Boxing and MMA, combat sports in general. Shout out to Drew Titan for pulling up, man. J8, King Mitch was in the building. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Pete Davenport for the dang donation earlier. That guy, Andrew Charles, TJ Sports Nation. Shout out to Smoke that pulled up. Get that smoke. You know what I'm saying? And of course, KG. You know what I'm saying? Supreme Beast Boxing Talk that pulled up earlier. Y'all be sure to check out his channel too, along with Drew Titan. And until next time, man, salute y'all. Continue to support the channel. I'm out.
Pardon me and my tone. You can't step to my throne. They ain't working like me. I did this on my own. You asking where we been, huh? I don't know where to begin, huh? All this dirt on my skin. I just came here to win. I'm more than a man, I'm a monster. Somebody call a pastor, doctor. I got a 6 sense for imposters. So now I'm coming for the whole roster. It's not a game, why you playing with me? You could double back, lose track, try and hang with me. It must be in my veins, something you can't tame, cause I break the chains. Can't control me. I got the power, I got the keys, cause I break the chains. They try to hold me, I'ma push back, just wait till you're free. Please excuse me, your honor, but you can't hold me no longer. Can't you feel the vibrations? I broke out and left traces. Go ahead, try to catch me if you can, man. You'll be looking all night, I'm the Sandman. New York, London to Japan. I'ma show the whole world who I am. Boom, boom, boom. Major